Hi, good day, guys. My name is Nicholas, and I will be your host today. Yes, you stuck with me for the next few minutes. Um, Welcome. This is very new to me again. I haven't given a tutorial for years, so please forgive me for being a bit nervous. Um, But I'm glad you guys have been enjoying Fab Studio. Thank you so much for all your support. I'm extremely humbled and really taken by your care and devotion to your art, and it's really been fabulous. Thank you for making that journey a pleasant one. I apologize for not being able to be available the past few days. It's just been trying to juggle life, the group, and also do the tutorial. It's just been a bit too much for me. It's not easy. But guys, welcome, and I hope you're going to enjoy the tutorial today. I hope everybody can see the image. Um, yeah, it's a beautiful image that I thought that I've colored the one morning after the book was released by Yvonne Mestrov, and it is. I fell in love with it and immediately messaged her and asked if I can use it for a tutorial, and she said, go for it. So I'm going to do a coloring tutorial, but it's actually more of a mixed media tutorial. Now what you want to do is you want to do with the coloring page or whatever, you want to use it on a mixed media printing paper of about 200 to 250 GSM. That's just the grams. It's a nice thick paper. I use a Strathmore paper. It's very nice. It's a mixed media page. So otherwise, your painting or your sketch or your artwork might just get a bit soggy if you use too much water. But there's tools and there's tricks that we're going to apply today that's going to help you if you've never done coloring in watercolors before. Just give you a bit of an edge. Now what we're going to make use of, what I'm going to make use of is some aquarelle pencils. Aquarelle pencils are basically, you can use them wet or dry. These are the Caran d'Ache Museum aquarelles, and they're actually quite, they're simply the best. I cannot find anything wrong with Caran d'Ache's range. They are my favorite range, and worth every penny. Because, like I said, you can use them wet and you can use them dry. So, yeah, they're very, very, very soft and creamy, and just everything you want a pencil to be. And blending is so much easier. And like you guys will see now when I'm busy doing it. So, and then I'm also going to make use of some Kuretake brush pens. These are the Zig Clean Color from Kuretake from Japan. You get other brands as well as Chrome Tech. Here's another one from Chrome Tech that you can use if the camera is zooming in correctly. And yeah, they're actually quite a lot of fun to color with. You can use them in different ways. I will also show you guys. And I'm also going to be making use of my normal trays of watercoloring, my normal watercoloring 2 trays. And I'm also going to be making use of a white acrylic titanium white to do my clouds. It's important for that to have a white acrylic. It must be an acrylic because you don't want to have something that's going to mix up your watercolors at the end. So, and I'm also going to make use of the Neo colors, Caran d'Ache Neo colors, but you can whatever brand you might have, you can make use of the gelatos, Faber-Castell gelatos. You can make use of so many different brands. You don't have to make use of Caran d'Ache. If you've got any kind of aquarelle pencil, you can make use of it the way that I make use of my Caran d'Ache ones. If you've got a different brand of, if you so happen to have the Arteza brushes, you can make use of them the same way that I'm making use of my brushes, my zip brushes. And also, I'm going to be making use of what we're going to make use of is I'm going to use my Tombow markers, my double end markers. They're quite a lot of fun to color with, and I'm also going to show you how to apply them in different ways to your, or different ways that you can apply them to get best results. So this is me, Nicholas, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this, and let's get started. The reason why I haven't made this a live event, just quickly touching base on that, is because it's easier just to upload the videos to YouTube and then to have the videos available there for everybody to see. But it's only going to be available, the link is only going to be posted in the video link in Fab Studio group on Facebook. So I ask that you guys please just keep the link there for yourself for the Fab Studio group for now. If I feel at a later stage that I feel more confident, maybe, I can then make the tut available for other groups, but not now. Anyway, this is more of a tut that I want to get to know you guys a little bit better, and you can get to know me a bit better. You can put a voice behind face that you see on Facebook, and see what my coloring is about. And it's more about the interaction than actually anything else. All right, but let's start. Okay, what I'm going to be making use of with my pencils to do her body, I find these Lyra Mark, these museum aquarelles, they are quite stunning to blend colors and things, especially when you do skin tones and all of them. I'm going to make use of a burnt sienna, 50%, and then I'm going to be making use of a sepia, 10%, and I'm going to be making use of the primrose. And I'm also going to be making use of the Arsenite pink, and also be making use of the butternut color. Yeah, those are the colors that I'm going to be making use of. Then for our eyes, I'm going to be making use of the light cobalt blue, and also the light blue, and also the light Melochat green. Excuse my pronunciation. English is not my first language. Anyway, let's keep cracking. Okay, but let's put the blue ones aside because we're not going to be using them right now. What we're going to do is we're going to make sure your pencils are nice and sharp, and we're going to start with burnt sienna. So what we're going to do is, all of you are such accomplished artists, and I mean, I don't need to teach you anything. And like I said, I'm just showing you what I'm doing for myself and how I apply my tools in my studio for coloring. Okay, so everywhere with these shadow lines, and luckily with grayscale, the artist or the designer has already highlighted those bits for you, and you just highlight a little bit extra, and let's get going. But before we get going, sorry, the other pencil you need to get for your studio or for your space at home is the Prismacolor Ag ek press my color, the Caran d'Ache white. It's a godsend to the coloring community, and it's a must-have tool for your studio. Okay, and before I go on with that, let me just say, if you've got a clipboard like this, try to get a clipboard like this and actually tape down your actual sketch onto a board. If you don't have one, you can just tape it down onto your working surface, but just so that your picture is stable, and you basically just want to keep the sides clean and also keep it down. It just helps your page not to, if you've ever done watercoloring and your page starts to buckle like this because you've used too much water and things like this, this is just going to help you not get that kind of wobbly paper or buckled paper, and it's just going to keep your page nice and soft and your surface space nice and flat. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, I'm going to take my Caran d'Ache white luminance pencil, and I'm just going to go wherever there's a highlight of white, which I want to stay white. Here on the side of the mouth. In the corner of the eye. Here around the eye. And this is also going to help prevent whatever aquarelle pencil you're going to use for that color to go over it, because to get that surface white again, if you use your luminance pencil first, you can actually see it's going to stay white because this is an oil-based pencil or wax-based pencil. You're going to see that the watercolors don't stick to it, and that's where it will stay. Let me just think where else. Just little highlight areas that you want to stay white. Okay, so then I take my aquarelle. What I'm doing is I take my burnt sienna 50%, and then I'm just going to create wherever there's little shadow lines. Now my pressure is it's so soft. I mean, I hardly put any pressure onto my pencil, and I just glide it over the table or over the drawing. And wherever there's dark shadow lines, I just apply a little bit more pressure and just go over it like that. I'm just creating a contour line here. And in and out here. Because this color is quite nice. You will see once it's dry, if you take it like this and you take one of your water brushes, you see it's not just it's kind of like a pinkish, there's like a pink in it. So it's not just brown, it's quite a nice color to start off with, as you can see. Hope you guys can see. Let's go on. Okay, so then you with these shadow lines, the last thing is you don't have to be precise with the aquarelle pencils, because we're going to still blend them into each other. So you don't have to apply it as accurately as you would normally do with a normal pencil. So for eyes, to your nose. Sorry about that. And we give some shadow lines here as well. Down the neck. Control around here. Okay, now I'm going to take my sepia 10% and I'm going to go over those lines again, but with the same lines. Although it doesn't make sense to you guys, you will see now at the end when I blend these colors together that it all gives a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful skin tone. This is where you build up the character of this subject that you're busy, which I humbly call BAMBI. Her name is BAMBI because she looks like a bit of a girl in deer in headlights. Oh, sorry, I forgot to do her arms. So first go back to your burnt sienna 50% and just do her arms quickly. So what you basically do is you create just at the end of her arms here, your darker areas. On the side of the arm. Okay, and then let's go over it with the sepia 10%. Just finish up in the face. So basically going over the same lines that you did with burnt sienna. I keep on forgetting the name. Burnt sienna 50%. You're just doing it now with 10%. And please, not a lot of pressure. This really, you're literally just holding the pencil in your hand, and like you can see, you just hold the pencil in your hand, and you just glide it over the page. You don't put any pressure down. These pencils are so nice. They are really the most divine pencils. If I have to grab all of the pencils in my, if you tell me you must be stuck in a desert island for a month or a week, you can only take one set of pencils with you. Which pencils would you choose? I would choose the aquarelle, museum aquarelles from Caran d'Ache. They are really They are expensive, but they are so worth it. Other ones you can try, which I find is very, very nice as well, is the Lyra Rembrandt Aquarels, or the Lyra Aquarel pencils. They are really, for budget pencils, they are really stunning. I find that they're a nice range of colors and they're not expensive. Um, I'm not sure about the other brands, but those are my two go-to brands. If I have to choose between the two, of course, choose the Caran d'Ache. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is we're going to go over it with the Primrose. Same one, all over the same lines. So we're going to start, and with every color that you apply on that areas, you just increase a little bit of pressure every time. Just slightly, but put more pressure down to the ears. Yeah, as you can see, already the colors are starting to blend into each other. Now there's two options we can do. We can either go this completely aquarels and blend it in with an aqua brush, or what we can do is we can blend it in with whatever you want. I know that Yvonne, she likes to use a mixing solvent with hers, and that's brilliant. You can use that even with your museum aquarels. You can use that on that. That should be fine. Or what you can use an alcohol marker. Get one of these really affordable, cheap Montmartre or these markers, but you just get the clear one. Get yourself what I've got is one like this. Is Copic various inks alcohol. And this is just for the plain. It's just plain alcohol in there, no color. And then you can just fill them up, and they work brilliantly to mix colors. I will show you now. I'll do the one side or pieces of fur just with that. Then you go over these lines, blending your two sienna colors into each other. I'm just doing it very quickly now because we don't have a lot of time. And then you're going to go over it with the pink. Now you do not want a lot of pink, but so don't apply a lot of pressure. So you're going to go over exactly the same lines and just extend those lines a little bit further than you did with the other ones. With every layer that you put down, you just want to put a little bit, extend the lines just a little bit more, but not all the way. As you can see, and like I said, you don't have to be 100% accurate. Here on the cheeks, we're going to do a bit more pink, because the girl needs a bit of pink in her cheeks. Oh yes, another area we do want to have white is in her lips. And then you're going to take your pink and you're just going to go over and create your lips, top, the bottom, and you just apply the pink in there, trying to avoid the areas where you colored it white. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do these videos in sections so that they're not too long and that you guys can take a break in between every single one of them, and it's not so much at one go. And you can also do it in your own time, and if you want to go back or see what I've done again. Also, if you guys got any questions, please feel free to ask them on Facebook, and I will happily answer any questions you might have. Okay, there you go. And then what we're going to do is we're going to use the, sorry guys, my computer just keeps on going off here. I hope it's not interfering with video. Okay, and that, what we're going to do is we're going to use the butternut color. Now, the butternut color is a very, very, very pale flesh tone color. You don't want a dark color on there at all, or too orange color. So what we're going to do is, sorry, my pencil's not sharp enough, just hold on for a second. Sorry for the noise. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over all those lines, and we're going to start blending those colors together. You'll see now it's all going to come together now nicely. And then of course we go over it with a white, Museum Aquarelle white, just to get those colors nicely into each other. But here you can see she's already getting a bit of character. The face is being pulled nicely together. No, 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 no. So Bambi is going to look stunning. Now it's not Bambi the stripper, it's Bambi, this beautiful design by Yvonne Mestro in her latest book called Gothica Britannica. Yes, there's two books out and they are stunning, they are really beautiful. Please guys, you must check out the books, are available on Amazon, and Yvonne is also part of our group, and I'm not doing this to promote her books or anything. I'm doing it because I love her books, and she's a fabulous person. And thank you for allowing us to use your image for this tutorial, Yvonne. And okay, so and then what we're going to do is we're going to use a white pencil, and then we're going to blend those colors also finally into each other. So all those lines. Now, if they're still not, if you can still see lines and whatever, it's fine. You can, don't stress about them now. We're going to blend it all together once we've taken a bit of aqua brush or the aqua marker or whatever to blend these colors together. You've got options now how to blend it. If this is not going to be sufficient enough, then you can do it with water, a bit of water and an aqua brush, or you can do it with, like I said, the aqua marker, but this should be fine. Now, it's all up to personal preference. If you want to add a bit more color, You can add more color if you want to apply a bit more makeup to a face. You can go wild. You guys are so artistic, not autistic. Sorry, forgive me, I've got a bit of a wicked sense of humor. So feel free. You can go crazy. If you use different colors for your skin tones, please don't let me hold you back or trying to convince you that yes, I'm doing what is right for me or what I feel comfortable with, and so should you. Now you can always go back and add a bit more color if you feel so inclined. I'm just going to go back with my butternut and then my flesh tone pencil, and I'm just going to apply a bit more color here in the arms. Okay, and then you can fine tune it like this, just to show you the blending colors together, and then I think it's going to be the end of this movie or this chapter, and then we can take a break, and then we'll come back and do the rest of her or the rest of the image. So what you want to do is you want to take an aqua brush, and you want to, which is nice, is one of these aqua brushes that you can get. You fill them with water, and then Bob's your uncle. You all should know them. So what you want to do is you want to make sure your brush is nice and clean at the end. You don't want any old colors stuck on there. My brush is clean. Always make sure you've got a piece of tissue paper or whatever handy, just to make sure that you can just dab and make sure your brush has got the right amount of water on it. What you want is you want a nice wet brush, but not too wet. So you must also make sure that your brush is clean. There's no color coming off. So what you basically do is you go over those lines just with a brush. Now, depends on what printer you use, just be careful because ink might come off the page if you do this. So you must just go over very slightly and not get any ink in between. And if you do it so clean smash, you can just work it into those lines, which is nice about these pencils. They're very flexible. It also helps you save on your pencils because you don't have to have. I'm just going to do the one side of her with the aqua brush, and the other side I'm going to do with the aqua marker. Show you what it looks like. And also, she's going to look completely different once she's dry, completely dry. I've done some skin tones and I thought, oh my gosh, look at this. And I literally left it then and forgot about it. And a day or two later, I came back to it and she looked stunning. I thought, gosh, what is wrong with me? She looks stunning. So also make sure that your picture, don't start judging your image. You can always come back and adjust it. Okay, that's just the one side of her. And then you can take your aqua marker just to show you the other side what it looks like. Make sure your tip is nice and clean, and then you can just glide your aqua marker over and just blend those colors in nicely, as you can see here. You can see. As you can see, the colors blended nicely together. And there we go. Now you guys should know that with every image, you can color it the way your style and everything. Now this is alright for now. What we're going to do is we're going to wait for it to dry, and we're going to call it the end of this video. So I will upload the other video just after this one and go on with it. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this little bit of the tutorial about how I color my images. It's so nice to be able to do this for you guys, and our first event in Fab. You guys have been great. Look after yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks guys. Take care. Bye bye.